Hey guys, it's your girl Prissy P, and I'm back with another video. And today we are doing a story time about a time in my life. But before I get into the video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for more videos. You feel me? So, without further ado, I'm going to get into the story time. So, this story time is about the time I got my first heartbreak. Like, he broke my heart. And I so thought I loved him so much. But anyways, his name was Braxton. So, shout out to you, Braxton. If you are watching this video, I thought that he was going to be my forever, ever. But God had other plans for my life or whatever. So, I met Braxton when I was in 6th grade and he was in 8th grade. And this is when I just started talking to boys and realizing that I actually like boys. Like, I was attracted to boys and I was like, you know, I'm feeling it or whatever. So me and Braxton started talking because I was friends with his sister. So his sisters, we're going to call them A and D. And I was friends with his sister A because his sister was friends with with my best friend at the time, Chantel. And so when I called her house, he would answer the phone and he would just always be like, you know, I'll be like, hey, can I speak to A? And then he'll be like, you know, what's up? How you doing? Like, just making small talk with me over the phone. But mind you, we both went to the same school. Oh my God, my face is just like so broken out. But mind you, we both went to the same school or whatever. So, I mean, like, he was in 8th grade, so we was on 2 different floors. The 6th graders were on the top floor, and then, like, the 7th and 8th graders were on the bottom floor. Or they was outside in the trailers. So, I didn't really get to see him that much around school or whatever. So, we would talk on the phone, and then it started growing, like, more and more where I was just calling for him. Like, I wasn't even calling for A or D no more. I was calling for B, Braxton. You feel me? So, you know, like I said, we used to just talk a lot and just like chit chat. And then at school, we started like sending each other notes and stuff. You know how like you meet each other throughout the exchange of classes. When the bell ring, I used to meet up with him at the stairway and we used to like write each other notes and just write like how we felt about each other, blah, blah. So anyway, so I started dating him. Like he asked me to be his girlfriend. Mind you, I was like, if I was in 6th grade, like I probably was like, how old are you in 6th grade? Like 10, 11? I don't even know. But I was young and he was like 13, 14. But he was still cool or whatever. So, yeah, I was like 10 or 11 or something. Yeah. I'm thinking about the age, but I think that's about right. So let me put my glasses on because... So, yeah. So we was talking or whatever, and mind you, me and him would like we would be on the phone till like 1 o'clock in the morning sometime. No, we got school the next day, but we used to stay on the phone all night long. Like I was, you know how you got that puppy love? Like I was head over heels. I was like, oh my God, I had to talk to him. Like, I just loved talking to him. It was just like, that was like my best friend at the time. Like I loved it. Like I said, we would talk all the time. It was like, it was like he was irreplaceable for real. And I know I was irreplaceable in his life too, because he would like we were just always on the phone. Like wake up in the morning on the phone, go to sleep at night on the phone, eating dinner together on the phone. Like everything was on the phone, whatever. So that's when you had them little phone relationships, because you really ain't supposed to be dating nobody, but your mom let you talk on the phone to a boy or whatever. So yeah. So, like I said, we just kept talking. So, I decided to go to A's house. So, like, I think she was having a sleepover or something. So, you know, I went to her house. I wasn't allowed to stay at people's house. So, my mama was like, you can go for the day, like, just to hang out over there, blah, blah. So, I went over there for the day. And, like, when I was over there, I started noticing that, like, he was getting more phone calls. It was a lot of phone calls coming in for him. And I was like, It ain't me. Obviously, I'm here. So who the hell is calling you? Like, who calling you, Mr. Braxton? Like, who calling you? So whatever. So like I'm obviously hanging out with his sisters. So like, you know, I wasn't really in his room or nothing, but I heard him on the phone, whoever he was cupcaking with, whatever, you know. I still didn't really like let it get to me because his sisters didn't really know that we were talking like that. They knew that we were friends and stuff, but they didn't know that we was actually officially together, like, you know. So yeah, so later on that night when I went home, like I called him and I was like, I was like, you sure were on the phone a lot, like, you know, who you was talking to, blah, blah, blah. And of course he would say like, you know, it's my homeboys or my cousins or da 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 da, whatever. So me being young, I was like, oh, okay, like, but damn, I didn't know you talking on the phone that much. I mean, clearly I'm thinking I'm on the phone with you all the time, but, you know, blah, blah, blah. So whatever, whatever. So life goes on. We're still talking all the time. We're still having butterflies and sending notes to each other. Blase, blase, blase. So, his sister, we were at lunch or something, and I was like, I think it was like a Monday. So I was like, what y'all do this weekend? Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, my brother's girlfriend came over. And I was like, huh? Your brother who? Who? And she was like, yeah, my brother girlfriend came over and we just kind of hung out and blah, blah, blah. You know, she has a child or whatever. And I was like, huh? Your brother girlfriend, like, what's her name? She has a child. How old is she? Because we are in 8th grade. So, you know, what? I mean, he's in 8th grade. So how old is she? Like, your brother girlfriend who? So of course at this point I'm like, wow, like you really playing me right now. So, you know, I'm like already heated. I write him a long ass letter. So when I see him in the hallway, I'm like, don't talk to me, mister, I got a baby, or you playing daddy to another child. Like, don't talk to me, like you got me messed up, whatever. So at this point I'm a little upset, whatever, whatever. So he was like, when he saw me in the hallway, and I gave him that look like, mother, don't play with me. So he was just like, what's up with you? You always tripping, blah, blah, blah. You always got an attitude, blah, blah, blah. You know how when you was young, you and your boyfriend got into stupid arguments. And that was his thing, is that I always had an attitude or something, always like something was wrong with me or blah, 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 blah. So anyways, so yeah, so I wrote him a long letter. I was like, oh, so you have a girlfriend that has a child. That's clearly not me. So you need to explain this. So then whatever. Later on that day, he called me when we got home from school. And he was like, what are you talking about? My sister lying. Wasn't no girl over here. I don't have no girlfriend. Da, 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 da. So whatever. Little did he know is that his sister already snitched on him. I already know the truth. But if you want to tell me to lie, that's fine. So whatever, me being stupid, of course I forgave him again, like, okay, whatever, you know, you saying your sister lying, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, still back to puppy love, Google gaga, 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 gaga. So, again, so, like I said, I was so head over heels for him. I thought I was head over heels for him. I thought I was in love or whatever. Well, at the time I was, because it was puppy love. And so, whatever, life goes on, and I'm still, like, forgiving him, still believing all of his antics and lies and his strategies of how to keep me and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. So, then shit started to pop off at school, bruh. So I was in class with this girl. Her name is I can't say her name, but we're gonna call her D. And me and her was in the same class, and you know, we're like talking, we're just like getting to know each other, whatever, da da da. Because mind you, me and Braxton was together for like 5 years, like, oh, probably like, no, maybe like, I want to say 3 years, like my whole middle school. He went to high school life, like that was my boo, like at least 2-3 years for sure. At least 2 for real. But I might be pushing it with 5, but definitely 2. So between 2 and 3 years, I was talking to him. So anyways, this girl was in my class and her name was D, and we talking or whatever, and she was older than me, so she was in 8th grade with him, and she had a class with him or whatever, because she was always asking me like, who you like, do you have a boyfriend, da 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 da, and I was like, yeah, you know, he in 8th grade, blah 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 blah. So of course I ain't tell her his name, and she ain't tell me who her boyfriend name either. We were just saying like, da 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 da, you know, we have boyfriends, and her boyfriend was in 8th grade, my boyfriend in 8th grade, like not thinking it's the same dude, like. So whatever. So one day me and her was hanging out, and I had to meet up with him to go take him his letter for the day. Like I said, we met up like every period to send each other letters, give each other letters. So I was like, walk with me to get my boyfriend his letter. Mind you, we didn't know each other boyfriends. So I meet him at the staircase, and she like, where your boyfriend at? I'm like, he right here. Like, he's walking up right there with the red Jordans on. Like, that's him. Like, he's right there. And she was like, P, that's my boyfriend. And I was like, no, that's my boyfriend. Like, what do you mean? And she was like, what the fuck? Are we about to whoop his ass? Like, what the fuck? He's trying to play me and trying to play you. What I look like? Da da da. And I was like, girl, calm down. Like, we both just found this out at the same time. Like, let's just think about this shit first before we just pop off and get suspended, because we don't know what's going on. So he see me and her together walking towards you know, the stairway, and then he peels, and he just like left. It's like when he saw us, his eyes got big and he turned around like and jetted, bruh. And I was like, Braxton. So I was calling his name really, really loud. Like, hello, what are you doing? Like, come back or whatever. So anyways, I ain't seen him no more that day. So he called me when he got home. He was like, how you know D or whatever? I was like, well, she's in one of my classes. How do you know her? And he was like, oh, she in one of my classes too. And I was like, well, she said you her boyfriend. Like, it was going in. So at this point, we was already like, oh, we about to trap this nigga. Okay? I'm just going to say the N-word because that's what we said at the time. We just going to go ahead and trap this nigga. So, us being childish, you know, me being in 6th grade, this is all new to me, all this drama shit. And her being in 8th grade, like, we had the whole shit planned out. We was like, okay, this is what we going to do. We're going to do a 3-way call. And we're going to trap this nigga. But in order for you to hear the part of the trap, you got to stay tuned. Watch this video, give this video a thumbs up. I'll be back with another video to let you guys know part 2 of what happened when we trapped this nigga. I told y'all these fuck niggas ain't shit. But stay tuned. Stay tuned. Watch this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you are ready to hear part 2 of what Braxton did to your girl. Hey.